Welcome back to week 20 of Raise Your Vibration Family. 12-month awesome course that's going to teach you how to raise your vibration, bring you through all the challenges, all the things about life that I'm learning and that I want to share with you. And today, what I really want to share with you is completion. And what is completion? How does this affect us? How is this the key to getting everything that you want in life? And how can you do it? So here we go. Here it is. And also, this is going to be covering the things that you kind of need to avoid in order to reach completion. The good things, the bad things, and the ugly things, the amazing things, all of it right here. And here we go. So the first thing is completion. Completion. It's about finishing. So can you finish what you start? Can you follow through with the things that you really want to do? Because a lot of people can start something. A lot of people enjoy starting something, but how many people do you know that have followed through all the way with their goals? They say they're going to do something and they do it. How many people do you know like that? And what is it that yourself that you really want to follow through on, but you aren't, and you aren't planning on it? Because planning is also step number one in the execution process, because execution is executing your plan. I can make another video on this, basically project management. But the thing is, how are you going to execute that plan of what you want to do and follow through? So here we go. You got to follow through, and following through is a simple thing that takes a lot of commitment. It takes a lot of focus, and it's very complex in the application of it. So can you step into that person that you want to be and not give up? Because what you want to do is one step away from the ground. So how many people do you know that you can follow through, and what is it that motivates you and excites you enough to actually follow through on? This is the thing that you must know. If it doesn't excite you, if it doesn't light you up, if you aren't really excited about it, you're probably not going to follow through on it. So you need to set a goal that you are really inspired by, not just externally, but also internally. Know that this is who you want to become, and this not just the goal at what you're going to get out of it, but what type of person you're going to become just by having that goal. So, here we go. What type of person are you going to become from having that goal? That is the key that you're going to know. And the excitement. So feeling that excitement of not just knowing what you want to do, but also knowing who you want to become. What type of person you're going to become out of it from completing your goal. And it's very exciting as you start building momentum and going in that direction that you want to go in. So also you have the great feeling of progress. The more that you can follow through on your goals is the more that you will keep going. Because really that great fulfillment thing is progress. How do you know what fulfillment is? Fulfillment is progress. So if you ever feel like maybe you're not feeling good, or you're not feeling right, it's because you're not making progress towards a goal that's big enough or inspiring enough. So it's pretty simple. Just have an awesome goal and do it. It's so simple, right? Make progress in some direction that you want to make in. So simple. That's the key to feeling amazing and fulfilled. So make progress, and progress is the key to happiness. So there we go. Key to happiness. There's the meaning of life if you want it. There's more meanings of life because we all have a different meaning for our life and a different life purpose. That takes more diving into who you are individually to find out. But the next thing is remember to take a deep breath, and the momentum. So as the momentum gets going, the bigger the project is, the cooler the thing you want to do is, the more that ball will get rolling, and you will actually feel immense momentum, and you'll be so excited for going after your goal. The more that you want to go after your goal is the more that you will feel amazing. You will feel that momentum building. And the further away it is, or in fact, the bigger it is, the harder the mountain is to climb, is the more you need to build up your personal reserves and go and get it. So, the momentum is about building up who you are and taking that momentum and going into the future, rolling it out. Because the shorter the project, if it's a short little thing, you're not going to get as much momentum. And so think really big term, think long term, because then you'll get incredible momentum, because that ball, as it rolls longer and longer in a progressive direction, building more and more progress, it will get way more speed, because it's shooting down that mountain because you set it up on the way up the mountain. Because setting it up is like setting up the goal, but then pushing that thing and rolling it down the mountain is building the momentum. So if you only have the smaller the mountain is, the less momentum you're going to build. So the bigger the mountain is, the more momentum you're going to build by pushing that rock or that project off the mountain and letting it roll down and build its momentum on the way down as you're guiding it. So you're not letting it smash into rocks or things that's going to put it off course, but you're going to guide it down the course, down that valley that you have set for it, and you're going to know how to intervene and when to intervene and what you need to do to get there. And sometimes you don't know at all what to do to get there, and that is part of some of this next thing, which is perseverance through adversity. You aren't going to know what things are going to come up along the way. You just know you want to make it. And if you are going to complete, if you're going to be following through, you are going to need to completely persevere through adversity, because every challenge is going to come up. Internal challenges that really question if this is what you want, if this is what's best for you, if this is the type of person you want to become, and external challenges, which are resources, time, money, dedication, help, being able to delegate the processes, trusting in those people to help you. And those things will stop you if you let them. But they don't need to stop you. If you're committed, if you can keep persevering through adversity, you can of course take it easy and float through the good times. Because there's good and bad times. In the worst situations, in the hardest adversities, there's always an eye in the storm. An amazing moment that you can take a hold of and remind you about what the journey is all about. And this is what it is all about. It's about being able to persevere through adversity and not give up. Okay. Another thing is resisting the urge to quit. So as adversities build and you get closer and closer to the actual completion that we're talking about, you are going to want to quit. A lot of times, how you know it's the right thing is you want to quit, but you say, you know what? You have another reason, a bigger reason why you will never quit. Why, no matter what happens, if this thing fails, it's only a failure if you give up and you stop changing your approach. If you give up on your goals and say, I don't want that goal anymore at all, that's the only failure. So, how do you know what you want? It's simple. Resist the urge to quit and never quit. Because if you can pick something you'll never quit on, you will always make it. And I will keep saying this because this is about raising your vibration to the point where you can literally create your own universe within the universe. You can be democratic about it. You can do anything you want about it. But it's about collaboration. In the end of the day, your own universe is going to have other people creating their own universes in it, because that is the best type of universe to be in. The universe where you can empower others is the best universe that you can create for yourself. So that's pretty amazing. Resist the urge to quit, never give up, and you will always finish and follow through and bring anything you want to completion. Okay. And resist also, not just quitting, but resist the urge to get it over with. Because so many times you have the goal and you're like, oh, it's going to take forever. I just want to get this over with. So you can cut corners, you can cut costs, you can just do anything just to get it over with. But really, at the end of the day, you will know about yourself. So if you cut costs, if you cut the corners, if you just rush to the completion, it will not be as satisfying, it will not be as efficient or as productive, and it will not give as much value to others as you think it will. The more value you can give to others is the more value in turn you will receive. What you give is what you get tenfold. And so if you realize that, you will always be giving your most. You'll never slack on an opportunity that you know you need to be focusing in on and crushing, and you will always do your best because you know it's going to come back to you, and even better than you can imagine, in the ways that you really want. So here we go. Resist the urge to get it over with, and this completion thing, is truly the most challenging, but also the most rewarding thing in the world. If you can complete things, if you can learn the art of finishing, never giving up, persevering through the resistance and the adversities, if you know what you want to do and you can follow it, if you know about following through, generating that excitement within you about what you want to do and building that momentum, you will always be in the right place and you'll end up there. And really, this is the most challenging, but also the most rewarding thing in the world that you can do. Truly. Finishing, completing, success. This is success. To be able to complete something and push it through to the finish line, to the end goal. To get everything lined up perfectly, not slack on anything, put your all into it, because hard work equals good luck. The harder you work equals the luckier you are. So if you realize that, you will always put in your best, and you will be able to complete what you set in progress, but also you will not shy away from these very challenging opportunities because you know they are the most inspiring and transformative things you can do for yourself, because that will give you the most challenge, the most growth, and the most value that you can provide for others. So let me just end with this, and that is, without completion, you have a complete failure. Without completion, you have a complete failure, because completion is the opposite of giving up. If you give up on something, you have failed. But if you never give up, if you will always stay dedicated to completing some way and somehow, you will never fail and you will crush it. So thank you for watching. Give this video a huge like and thumbs up, and if you haven't already, subscribe. And thanks so much for watching. Raise Your Vibration family. Week 20. Let's go. Peace out.